Hi everyone to today's episode of Heart to Heart Talks, and today we are going to the next segment of a wedding talk, which is Emcee. And we have invited the hardest to invite guest. I guess we have tried to invite him since December last year.
Let's say
your schedule very tight.
Yeah, I don't know. I was sick.
Sick, doctor sick.
Yeah, it's always about sick.
I think our side was also quite busy for a while.
Yeah.
But glad to be able to get you here
Finally. Yeah, thank you very much, brother, for inviting me here today.
To share your wisdom a little bit.
No, I will share. Yes, no problem.
Wedding MC journey.
Yes.
But a short intro about yourself.
Okay.
I'm just I quote based on the website that you have placed, and I was very happy to announce to everyone that you got the photo from the Chinese New Year one.
Yes.
And put it onto
Yes, your photo is on my webpage. 第一张照片就是你的。
Yes. I was very happy. Also looking through, I was like, oh, this photo very familiar.
Yeah. Actually, a lot of photos from the shoot that we have. I think we can share them later. A lot of photos that day were fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So I use a lot of it for my marketing. Thank you very much.
That's why I'm going to use. I mean, the whole point of capturing is to let you use the asset. Right?
Yes, man.
So from your website, I did saw like you started from hospitality.
Yes.
And is it really your dream from a kid?
Yes.
To become a general manager?
Yes. So I think I'm not very sure if you all remember last time, right, when we were much younger. Our age not very far off lah. Okay. So premise, I think when we watched Channel 8, there was this show about a hotel show. Alright, and then it was about them, about their lives in the hotels and so on. It's a Channel 8 drama, sorry. Okay, then so I was, not bad leh. Hotel manager, you wear the suit, sui then very nice, and then somehow in me, I'm a person who likes to make people very comfortable, make people very happy. So I like to, not in that kind of way lah, but I'm really more just making sure that my service is everything is okay. So I love serving people in a sense, right? To make sure that what they want is what they get. Yeah. To be on a more fair term. So previously I really wanted to be a hotel manager. Alright, so I embarked on the route and I went to study hospitality and tourism management because I was with the Escort service apartments. Alright, and then I was based in the Middle East. And after a few years there, the reason why I came back to Singapore was also because of my grandma. My grandma was towards the later end of her life, and then she was like hospitalized quite a bit. And how I got into emceeing for weddings, right, is pretty interesting. During COVID, right, a lot of people say, "Wow, 转折啦," you have to change your directions lah. And because being forced to actually change your directions during that period of time, the retail industry at that time was bad. Nobody go shopping, nobody can go out, right? Everybody was locked down. And very cash tight leh. And what should I do next? I went to try Grab food because I need to get extra cash ma. So I bought a bicycle, I went to get cash and everything. I tried to deliver food. But work so hard, 1 month maybe less than $2,000 during the lockdown period. And I said, cannot leh, like that, not enough cash leh. And just nice, I was thinking of what to do next beside retail. I found emceeing because I've been emceeing for a lot of my friends' wedding for many years. Since I was I think my first MC was actually when I was 22. And it was actually for a very famous makeup artist in Singapore, but I won't say who. Okay. She's not very famous lah.
Start with what?
A. Okay. So one of them.
Guess.
Yeah, I'm going to guess. Okay. So because we were friends then, and then after that, I found that actually I have quite this interest. They are just MC. Then all my friends, when you're 20 something, right, your friends all getting married, right? Hey, Kaya, can be my MC. Hey, of course. I don't mind being on stage. Just go on lah. Yeah. So then after which, when I was thinking what to do next, I say, then I said to my wife, why not I try emceeing? Yeah. Then after you say, why not? Recently your wedding did also quite fun, right? I said, okay lor. So I remember 10 October 2020 was I have one lunch and one dinner.
Oh, that's the hottest date during that time.
Yes, 10, because that was when
it resumed, right?
It resumed.
Yeah.
Open up.
20 packs.
Yes, 20 packs, or I can't remember how many packs. Yeah, it was 20 packs, or 20 packs with 1 meter distancing and so on, right? Yeah. Then that's how I got into emceeing for weddings. I think the story pretty long lah. Oh, you go and cut yourself lah.
Yeah, it's good enough. I think generally, it's very detailed. Thanks for really sharing. I think I kind of know a little bit more about you. Especially the COVID period. I think that was a bit tricky for you. But thank God everybody survived.
Yeah, man.
And talking about getting to know you a little bit more, before we go to the main topic of today, I do want to kind of have like a quick fire round with you. You can just try to answer as fast as you can.
Okay.
In your best of abilities.
Okay.
Ready?
Let's go.
3, 2, 1. Favorite venue to host?
Wow. Favorite venue to host ah. Wait, I have one, but I cannot remember.
4, 3.
Okay, Raffles Hotel.
Okay, nice. Describe yourself in 5 words.
Witty, funny, caring, loving, handsome.
Oh, yeah, nice. Good venue or good AV system?
Good venue.
Oh.
Okay, so this one, right, I had a debate with MCs among us also.
Okay.
Hey, that's a very good question.
Yes.
That is a very good question.
You guys are looking for
that. So for me, the venue is very important because at the end of the day, the wedding is not about us. As much as yes, we have to, we need the AV system to be, very good so that we can get the crowd going and so on. But the primary reason why a good venue is needed is because for the couple, they chose the venue because aesthetically they like it. They like the service, the price is right, everything's okay. So we can't really choose the venue already, right? But on the flip side, if the AV system is bad, I think we as MCs, and I share with my friends, we can use other ways to actually get the crowd going. If we are very affected emotionally, right, it will kind of, ruin our mood. Then we cannot bring the best out for the performance. But having said that, please remember, we have to remember that is their wedding, once in a lifetime. Yeah, we cannot screw it up. No? So we always have to we just have to remain calm. Alright, okay, 这个东西不可以，那个东西不可以，不用紧。We use other ways.
Okay, the next question. Ready to go? What's your favorite accessory for your wedding, like for any wedding day?
My accessory, I don't have much accessory. It's my blue jacket.
So that's iconic.
That's my iconic. It's blue jacket and my this white pants, and then I'll have flowery shirt inside.
Oh,
that's about it. Yeah.
One thing that not a lot of people know about you.
One thing actually I didn't tell people about my hair.
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah. So what happened?
Since you're in this topic.
Yeah. So, I had very bad hair loss when I was during my 20-ish years. Actually, not really hair loss, but my hair grow very far apart one.
Is it genetically?
Yeah, genetically, and I eat a lot of Maggi mee last time. That's what they say. I'm not sure.
So I guess it's true.
Yeah, it's true. Maggi mee help, kind of a lot of MSG and so on. So at 21, and that was before I went to Doha. And then I had very low self-esteem. I was saying that my mom says this 她讲如果你Botak你早起来你会看起来很像你是40多岁，但是你在40多岁的时候呢，你就会像40多岁，但是你60多岁的时候呢，你还是40多岁。所以我讲 OK， I look long term， 我就听我妈妈的话。I say OK， yeah, so that's why I cut this.
Big event or intimate events?
Weddings, small. Corporate, big. Cannot.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Okay. What's your worst fear on a wedding day?
Getting the names wrong.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's not just MC problem. I think it's also. I noticed there's a lot of the officiant or the pastor. They will write their name super
big one. Yes,
to make sure when they are reading the cert and everything, they got it.
Yeah. There are a few, like every time the ROM behind the pink sheet or the white sheet, they will write very big one. Then for us, right, we sometimes a bit play cheat lah. Instead of the names, we say 新郎新娘 or the groom and the bride. Sometimes when we forget, right? Yeah. Then sometimes when they put the holding slide already, right? Then suddenly their name is there, right? Then we'll say their name to be safe.
Now you know.
Sorry,
the secrets on the MCs.
Yeah.
What is success to you? At least at this juncture.
success to me is when I have the ability to spend time with my kids, at the same time, and my family, sorry, and at the same time providing. Yes. So I think that is because there's a this equilibrium will never be like this. It's going to be like this: money, time, so on. So yeah, to me is if I have the ability to spend time with my kids and my wife, and at the same time I can still provide for them, I think that is good. That's good enough for me.
Well answered. I think also because recently you just got your baby daughter.
Yeah, so I got 2 kids, right? So one is 2.5, one is 1 year old. So they are at a very needy stage, and my wife is not working, so she's taking care of them lah. So I need to provide to put food on the table, put milk powder on the table also,
Yeah, but I think the good news for other couples that are very worried, Kai actually have a lot of other MCs under his wing.
Yeah.
So it's growing, right? I suppose. So how many other MCs?
There are four of them. Yeah. These 4 MCs are Cheng, Brian, Rox, Connie, right? And then thanks for helping me to advertise for them. But
yeah, for sure. I mean, of course, the natural worry for couples is like, oh no, then Kai might not make it. Which I think it happens more and more often. Due to your growing family size. The last question is just for the quick fire round. Is what's the best compliment you received?
I think recently, just very recently. Actually, one of the best compliments I always receive is when parents come to me.
Oh.
I love it when parents come to me and they say thank you very much, or they appreciate the things that I do for their kids' wedding, right? I think it says a lot. Why? 我的出发点, right, when I do weddings, right, friends are important, but to me the relatives more important. Yeah. So at the end of the day, 不是说什么哈，朋友来会走会回来，来去，they come and go. Relatives are always there. A good wedding, a good atmosphere will be ingrained in their mind, right, for the rest of their lives. So if you provide a good show for the family members, the mama papa 会很骄傲. Parents just want this. 哇，你孩子的那个 wedding 很棒嘞，我很喜欢。哇，我没有去过更好的 wedding， 你的孩子的 wedding 是最棒的。I tell you, they just want to hear something like this, right? For the rest of their life, they're very happy already.
Thanks for sharing so much in depth.
Yeah, I think more than the fire round. 1 hour already. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I think it's also good that couples kind of understand the thought process and a little bit of history of Kai and his journey.
Thank you very much, man.
But I think one of the key subjects we're going to talk about are maybe can share with me a couple of like frequently asked questions from couple when they first inquired or maybe in between their wedding planning.
Okay.
What are the questions they usually ask?
Yes. Yeah. So I think the most common question is what's going to happen that day. Yeah. So I think like so the difference between like pay weddings came, right? So I kind of do a little bit of what pay weddings does. All right. By doing a little bit of planning for them, but of course not in depth lah. I'll just tell them what's going to happen that day. You go and plan it out. If you still cannot plan it out, please go and look for pay weddings. or go and look for wedding planners. Yeah. So my role is really I facilitate for you lah. I mean I help you plan a little bit, just to give you a very short introduction of what's going to be like that day. Yeah, that's about it. Then 你自己去 plan 得了.
Okay.
So I think that's one of the most common questions. What's going to happen that day? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
then maybe a subsequent question that people usually ask.
What games to play? Because they engage us, right? They want to play games on. Yeah, for the guests. So this is a very common question. So normally when they ask what games to play, I won't throw them the standard games. I mean the standard games are like bingo, Kahoot, and so on and so forth. Yeah, shoe game and so on. So I will normally ask them a few questions first. Normally I'll ask like, okay, you want it to be very guest-centric or very couple-centric? Because the games are very different. If you want to be very couple-centric, means the 2 of you are playing only, then the guests watch. If you want to be very guest-centric, the guests playing, you can play, but you'll just be watching, right? So normally most couples are very guest-centric. very guest centric.
Oh, really?
Yes. They engage us. The reason why they engage MC, right, is because they want to make sure that the guests, right, are entertained. They don't want it to be like a wedding MC by a friend. You know, sometimes you know你看多了啦, okay? I've not gone to many weddings without MC because I'm always MCing, right? So, but I recently went to one with the relatives one, right? It's a friend one. So, you know, sometimes 会冷场 and then they cannot 抓那种状况 and they cannot, you know, like, when something goes wrong, they cannot, then there will be a very awkward kind of thing.
They are more so like an announcer lah.
Announcer, yes. Yeah. So for us, we are not. We are really engaging the guests and so on. So back to the question. So they engage us because they want to entertain the guests. So when I ask them whether they are guest-centric or couple-centric, they say they are guest-centric most of the time. And then when they say guest-centric, then I'll normally ask them how many people do you have, and then how many older folks do you have? Yes, normally I'll ask them that. So when they say 200, okay, fine, 200. And then they say, my relative older folks maybe about 30%, 40%. That's quite a huge percentage already. So then I'll introduce games that can be played by all of them, and it's more for the older folks.
Okay.
Yes. So I'll be back to just now, like I told you, right? I'll be very older folk centric to make sure that older folks can be played. So games like Kahoot, I will not recommend.
Yep.
Yeah, because you can only engage the 60%. Yes, it's majority, but the 40% you are neglecting are very important people, are your relatives, right? So I will just shift a little bit and say, hey, why not we play something that is for them? Yeah. Of course, bingo is the most common one. Everyone is playing bingo. Yeah. So of course, yeah. I mean, I also play bingo. So, but of course, if they don't want to play bingo, then we just move on to other games, lah. Yeah.
Actually, talk about games, right? What is the most interesting one out of the box one?
Wow, recently, it's not a game. It's a segment. It's called. I'm not sure if you saw my Facebook or my Instagram. It's the one song challenge.
Oh yeah, I saw.
Wow, that was fun. Even I had fun. so I think it's not a game, but it's a program by itself that helps to hype the guests up. Yeah. So for people who are watching this, the one song challenge, right, is trying to complete the whole table to table photo taking within one song. Yeah. So you choose a song, then we're like, and the MC will be like me or another MC will be like, okay, ladies and gentlemen, what are you gonna do? You're gonna finish this photo taking in one song, all right? Instead of the usual 30 minutes, we're gonna complete in 3 minutes. All right. And then you'll see the couple, and then I'll prep everybody, and then you'll see once the song is played, then the other couple will start running to every table. Yeah, I mean it's fun, but it's also, like I said, share with you, right? We have to check whether the guests are okay or not.
Mobile.
Mobile or not. Even non-mobile is okay. We try to adjust, but it's really more whether most of the guests are very. I'll ask the couple whether they will play or not. Do you think they will?
Because some will be awkward.
Yeah, some will be awkward.
Or don't want to play.
Yes. So this is not a game, but I think this segment is quite interesting. I think I'm going to do it for most of my weddings, like. Yeah, for most of my weddings. And I think it's fun because not only for us it's fun for the couple, it's fun for the guests, it's fun for the vendors also.
So much fun.
Yeah, so you know, we vendors, right, we go every time, yo, 拍照哈, okay lah, 拍照啦,
I think it's the emotion and I think the mental state lah.
Yes.
They also don't smile all the time.
Yeah.
Then to just tell them to keep smiling is very fatigued. But giving them an objective to distract them mentally, I think is quite a smart way.
Yeah, that one is I recently did it at Chimes, and the couple actually suggested it. I have to honestly tell you, it's not by me. The couple suggested it, but 刚好 I saw it on TikTok. Also, it was a TikTok challenge.
So cute.
Yeah, then I was like, did you watch it on TikTok? I said, yeah, I watched it on TikTok. I was like, oh yes, let's do it. Wow, you know. And then when this kind of segment, or even for games, right? Even though like we say, we confirm this game, like back to the game thing, right? Confirm this game, right? When you go to the ground, right, and when you start to see, you know, like we MCs, right, when we go to the ground, we start to see the guests, right, we agak got the feeling already, whether the game can work or don't work. Yeah, so when I went down to the ground, we say, okay, we can do this game, but we have to adjust it accordingly. and we do it, and then we adjust. So the plan may not plan during the phone call and during meeting it's like that, right? But when we go on the ground, right, then MCs like us, we have to be like, 因为我们看多了, this one won't work one. Okay, we change. Yeah. Same game, but we change another way. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So having flexibility and being open-minded.
Yes, yes.
I think if couples out there, if you're watching, I think one good note that I suddenly like when you mentioned, it's gather ideas before meeting vendors and be open to share your ideas. It might sound stupid, like maybe they will feel that it's not very nice. But who knows, if you share it with the right vendors, they might be open, and we welcome all ideas. And whether it work or don't work, at least discuss first before going into that.
Yes.
I think that is one of the key points that was very memorable.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much.
Maybe we can try, since you answer quite fast actually for the 2 questions. Maybe the last question, like, what's the third most asked question?
Languages. Right. So they'll normally ask like, hey, can you speak English and Chinese? And then after that, they will also say, hey, can you speak Hokkien? Singapore mostly Hokkien lah. Hey, can you speak Canto and so on and so forth. So for and then they will always have this like, but then all my friends are all English speaking. Then 我的 relative 全部是讲华语的. Then how? I always share with the couple that my style, right, is more Singlish style. It's like 你去巴刹, 你去 hawker center, 你去 restaurant, 你用一样的 language, the auntie will understand one. So I will use a mixture of English and Chinese. All right. Why I don't use full English nowadays, right? Unless the guest required. I say, all my guests are all English speaking. It's because a lot of the relatives, back to the relatives again. It's always back to the relatives, right? They don't really understand English when you go in depth. Like you could ask them like maybe like basic instructions, like, oh, auntie, the toilet is over there, later what's going to happen, you can. But if you talk about a couple's life, ask them about their relationship, you speak in English, they cannot get the emotion one. 他们做不到的. So you must use a little bit of Chinese inside. So I think there are certain segments you use English, certain segments you use Chinese, all right, and then so that when the guests, honestly speaking, when the guests leave, right, they won't remember the whole wedding, but they'll remember the parts that they know, or they have an impact on them, right? So of course the relatives will be, oh, wow, 我记得这个, wow, then the younger one, oh, 我记得 different, they remember different things. So my job is to make sure that they remember the wedding for those important parts. Yeah, and so I think that's one of the most basic questions. I think the third question is about the languages used. Yeah, then a lot of people say, hey, can you use Hokkien? I say, no problem lah. Then 我就用一点 Hokkien to entertain the guests a little bit.
These 3 questions is so important. On a general scale of things, on surface, on paper, it might be just like one-liner question, but I think it engraves with a lot of like branches, which if you really want to find out more, we can put the contact details later at the end, because I don't put now, so that you cannot just jump off from this video. So I hope that couples can get benefit. But apart from the couples getting benefit from this conversation, if there's any creatives or even up and coming MCs, like newbie MCs that maybe did 1 or 2 MCing in their commercial or their wedding projects, right? What kind of advice would you hope to give?
Aspiring MCs, maybe if you aspire to be a wedding MC, not corporate. Okay, so now we are at the topic of wedding lah. Okay, so we are just talking about wedding MCs, not corporate, because it's totally different ball game. Wedding MCs, if you really want to be one, come and visit my show. Yes. So back to my team, right? How I managed to get these 4 of them to join my team, right? It's very funny one. They texted me and say, hey Kaya, I kind of see your works on Instagram and so on. Hey, do you think I can kind of see your shows? And I'm like, okay, no, come on. I'm fine lah, So a lot of MCs don't let people come and see their shows like I got trade secrets lah and so on lah. But for me, doesn't matter lah. You just kind of lor. You want to copy, good lah. I take it as a compliment lah. You want to copy my joke, my stuff. So all 4 of them came. Then I'm like, hold me, like, I cannot have so many inquiries that I have to reject. and then I have no suitable people to pass to. Right? I mean, I can pass to other MC friends and so on, but they are not my style. Right? People will find me want a certain style. And I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I can get these people to join my team, and then I just share with them a little bit of insights, how to do this, do that. Of course, similar vibes, but then they have their own style. Yeah. So for aspiring MCs, right, I always encourage them to 要来看就来看哦，来找我 it's okay 吧，你只是站在那边而已嘛 to me no difference. But for them it's like it's a very huge insight already. Like 哦，原来 the whole day 是这样子的 it's going to be like that. Oh, this is where I can inject something fun. Oh, this is where I can, say something that is my own style to make it a happening one. Oh, this timing is like that. Or the program flow, it must be planned this way. Or is there another way to plan this program flow? Yeah. So I think that is very important. But having said that, another advice is don't see too many shows. Because when you see too many, you tend to copy.
Correct.
Yeah. Then you don't have your own. You don't have own style. So for me, right, up till now, I haven't seen any other MCs show before.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I try not to, because I know when I see, right, 我就要做. But then when I 做, right, means it will be copied.
You will lose a bit of your identity also.
Yes, yeah.
I think it applies to most of the creative industries.
Yes.
Like at least for me, I also tend to remove myself from all at least the local
scene
videos. Not say their work is not nice. It's just that again I don't want to get poisoned into the whole space of like copying because it's a human mentality thing. It can't be helped. And because it's like you're always scrolling Instagram, you naturally get kind of brainwashed by the visuals that you see. So it could be, at least for a creative industry, you can don't follow a videographer or photographer. You could actually, like for other artists, right? They follow like real artists, like painters. Another form of medium that can inspire them in that way for movies. At least in terms of composition and style, you can follow another medium.
Correct.
That could translate into your own language. But you have to do your own homework in your head to kind of make it happen. So I guess for MCs can also have other platforms. Do you have any inspirational thing that you learned from?
I don't have inspiration. My inspirations also come from online and come from stand-up comedies.
Oh.
Yes. So I like to watch a lot of stand-up comedies. And then when they have those punchline that is very good one, right? I try to use the punchline, but then use it in a different manner for weddings.
Very customized.
Very customized. Try to lah. I'm not that super creative also lah. Okay, so sometimes it can be maybe a 60% copy, or sometimes if I really can think until sibei zai then I can really come out my own. Yeah. So it has. That's why I say cannot watch too much. Cannot go and see other people too much, because after that you really will copy one, because you'll find that 100% guest satisfaction. I want to take. I want to take. Then when I take, am I myself? Like you are not that. You are not yourself anymore. Yeah. So that's why you have to keep it very. You have to keep it real lah. Keep it real. If really like aspiring MCs, like also, if cannot, like when they come and see my show, right? Then they sometimes honestly some of them, right, will be very. After they'll be like, shit. They'll be very burdened. They'll be like, 要做到这样子啊。
There's a standard there.
The standard is like that. Then I can do. Then they give up already.
Oh no.
Cannot. So I think it's really more of knowing yourself. Like, 原来是这样子. Okay. Then I try to adjust accordingly, and then to become myself.
In a growth mindset and not in a comparing mindset.
Yes.
Because the more to compare, there's no way you can end the comparison.
Cannot compare one. I mean, like all the MCs that we have, they are popular in Singapore. If you want to compare all of us, how to compare? Their couples also say they are damn good. The couples of this another MC also say they're damn good. Then who's the best? There's no best one. How to have the best? What is best?
If anyone wants to find out about your services, right? Where can they actually go? Or which is your preferred?
I think preferred one is you just go to my website lah. Emcee.
Put it there.
Emceebotakai.com. EMCCE. You go and find lah, huh? Yeah, that's all my works are there. You know, my reviews are there and so on. Yeah. So and then from there you can just text me, WhatsApp me directly, or you can just Instagram DM me lah. Then I'll be very quite. I'll reply normally quite fast lah. Yeah, quite fast. Normally within 1-2 hours I'll reply. Unless it's between 5 to 9 p.m. I'm with my kids. Then that one I have no phone. I'll be settling them. Yeah. So from 5 to 9 normally you cannot find me. After 9 you'll find me. So like having calls with my couples is always after 9 p.m.
Yeah,
9-10 p.m. Yeah.
Okay. So thank you so much for today's conversation. I think it's been really eye-opening, at least for me. I learned a lot. Hopefully the guests and all the vendors out there actually learned a lot about the skill set. And yeah, that marks the end of the podcast.
Woohoo! Thank you very much, guys. 再见. See you.
Bye.
Okay, thank you very much.